Hi everybody, I'm Andrew Roberts and I'm from Property Investors Wall Club and the Great Property Meet. I'm here tonight with Nick Hope, who's been our mortgage specialist at the Great Property Meet for the last 3 years. And Nick's from Hope Property Finance. Nick, there's an awful lot of talk about refinancing deals. And some people say it can be done, some people say it can't, some people say it's got to wait 6 months. I know you've done this and you've done it many times and you've got a couple of recent case studies. Would you like to share the facts and the truth about this and also a case study?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, obviously, when it comes to refinancing out of deals, it really does depend on the deal itself as to how it will stack up, and it's really important to do as much research up front as you can for end values, because that's going to be your way out and the way that you're going to get your money back out. So relying on a bit of luck isn't going to be suffice in this instance, so it's going to be really important that you do your research.
Yeah.
So I've got a case study actually that I've just finished the refinance on for a client. The client went and he bought some offices that he bought in Earlston in Coventry.
Okay.
So not a million miles away from this meeting. No. And he bought those offices and he converted them into 10 flats. We were able to secure some good development finance across his portfolio to enable him to buy the property, to secure funding for 100% of the works, and in fact he didn't put any money other than professional costs into the purchase.
So a no money down deal?
A no money down deal, yeah, only because he had enough money across his portfolio and we just structured some second charge lending across that.
Sure. Very smart lending.
Yeah, it was a really good deal for the client himself. But now what we've just done is that project's come to fruition and he's finished. It's all been signed off, so he's got all his fire regs were the last bits that were all signed off, so that's all done. The property's tenanted, and now we've moved on to getting the finance to get out of that.
Yeah.
And one of the key factors in finding the maximum amount of funding for the exit is really how the property's valued. So it's really important that you choose a lender that is going to value the property in the correct manner that you need for your exit. So in this instance, we were able to exit using a market value. Okay. So because it's 10 flats on one title, there's some lenders out there that would actually value it as a block, so for its investment value. And that investment value would have been, in this instance, about 1.5 million. Mm-hmm. Whereas if the flats were valued individually, that value came out at 1.6 million, a little bit over that. So we were able to find a lender that would lend against that market value. So even though they were all on one title, the lending was based upon individual sales. So made a massive difference. So what we were able to do was to find the right valuer that was going to give the right values for that particular lender. So making sure you've got some influence over the valuer is quite important, especially on larger deals.
Yeah.
Now there's some lenders out there that will only allow you to use their own specific valuers, but if you talk to your broker and explain what you're trying to do, you might be able to find a lender that will allow you to pick from 2 or 3, and you choose the one that you know is going to actually suit that deal down to the ground. So in this instance, we were able to raise 70% against the market value. So what that looks like in numbers is actually, so the market value was valued at 1,675,000 to be precise, and 70% of that is 1,172,500. There
Good
you go.
Memory.
Yeah.
Good memory.
So we were able to secure a loan using, in this instance, Metro Bank for their commercial arm.
Okay.
And they gave a 5-year fixed at 3.89, which for a loan of over £1 million at 3.89 fixed for 5 years, that means his monthly payment's 3,900, just over, and his rental income on that is over nearly £10,000 a month. It's 9,800 a month that he gets coming in. So he's managed to pull all of his money back out. So he put no money in on the way into the deal.
Yeah.
and he's pulled all of his capital back out again that he spent on the deal and a little bit extra to enable him to move on to his next purchase. And in fact, he's just bought the next one just round the corner for another 9 flats. This one's going to be
Superb. So he's got £72,000 per annum of income.
Yep.
After costs.
Yeah, after costs. And
he's
only
put
costs.
no money in to buy it, and no money in.
No money left in because he's got
end.
all of his money back out to repay all of the debts that the second charge lending that we secured him. So it cost him effectively nothing. Architect's fees is really what it cost him. So
a very, very smart deal, very creatively financed, all perfectly within the rules and regulations that are defined.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
So,
the lending's got to, it's got to stack up, and from the FCA perspective, you've got to make sure that everything is above board.
Yeah.
Which this was all the way through, and no issues with it, and it was just about picking the right lender for this particular project, and that's what we were able to do.
So that is a great explanation of a no money down deal where you've fully refinanced out of that deal onto a long-term finance from a development finance.
Yep.
And also left the owner of that deal with a considerable cash flow. So if you want a similar deal to this, what I'd suggest is just down here you'll see the web link for Hope Property Finance, and if you want to know more, contact Nick via Hope Property Finance, and he can help you structure your next deal in an equally financially savvy way.
Absolutely. Or come and see me at the Great Property Meet in Warwickshire. Thank you very much.
Lovely. And the Great Property Meet is the third Monday of every month. I'm Andrew Roberts from Property Investor World Club and the Great Property Meet, and we look forward to meeting you soon. Thank you.